So this is my 2012 Toyota Prius, which I've converted to a camper. It's a regular Prius, as in not a Prius C or a Prius V. As far as the outside goes, I didn't do a whole lot of modification. I did have a 1.5 inch lift kit installed, as well as added these little shields here on the windows, just so that I could crack the windows and not get rained on. And I actually did that before I converted to the camper. And then I've also got this little thing here, just a little bit of extra protection. I also had an alarm system installed by accident. Wanted a remote start system, and I found one at a garage sale and realized that it also had an alarm system, so that worked out. And that was actually something I had installed before the camper conversion as well, but it does help me feel a little bit safer, because I don't know if you can tell, I don't think you can, but it has this little blue light that flickers just every few seconds. And I don't know, I just felt like if someone were considering breaking in, they would see that it had an alarm system, and hopefully it wouldn't bother me. So as far as the inside goes, I'll start on the back here. This is what it looks like. I usually have, when I'm camping, especially now that the weather's warming up, I have a little mosquito shield that goes over the hatchback, and I usually leave it open until I go to bed, until I turn in for the night, and then I close the hatchback. As far as the inside here, you can see I have the bed. I have some storage here, my clothing, my hiking backpack, lots of hiking junk food here. My bed here is made of really just two memory foam mattress toppers. I actually used to live in a camper, a travel trailer, and I cut what I had in that and used it for this. And this is actually one my parents were getting rid of. So it's just two mattress toppers, but it's really comfortable. It's actually a lot more comfortable than the mattress that I had in my camper that I was living in before. And then between the two here, I've placed a heating pad, which has the control here. Just because the foot of the bed here is really the coldest part of the camper space. So I do use that most nights when it's cold. And I just cut the mattress toppers to fit in this space here, and notched out a little area where this comes out. I have here my inverter switch. I have a 2,000 watt inverter installed. I have not installed a second battery, and I really chose the 2,000 watt thinking that I would install a second battery, but for now this is much more than I need, and it's just connected to the battery here. So I have storage in this compartment, which I have to actually move this and this and this, so I only keep stuff down here that I don't need to access frequently. So most of the stuff that I need to get to daily or even weekly, I have back here. My front seat is a mess. I don't know if I'll even show it in this video, but there's always a ton of stuff in the front passenger seat. And as you can see, I removed the back seat here, so there's a lot of storage up under the bed platform. So I'll go around to this side here. And this is where I enter the camper when I'm turning in for the night, unless I'm really trying to stealth camp and I don't want anyone to know, and then I'll usually actually enter through the driver's side and then crawl on back. And I have my WeatherTech shields in right now. As you can see, you can tell that they're not just tinted. It's daylight right now. When it's dark out, I really don't think it's noticeable. It just looks like a very darkly tinted window here. But anyway, this is where I enter. I've got this little organizer thing with all my lady products, as well as some of my toilet things that I have here. Under actually both seats, I keep all my emergency equipment. I may actually do a separate video on that. There's a good bit of stuff that's up under the seats as far as things in case, you know, I have an air leak in a tire. I have an extra bottle of fuel here. I had a mouse problem at one point. I haven't in a while, but I haven't gotten rid of the mouse killer stuff here. But I did have a mice problem, not back here. It was actually through the front, I think they were getting in through the glove compartment. But anyway, so that's still under there. Got a trash can here. I've placed it here just so that I can reach it while I'm in the front and in the back here. And this is how I have the driver's seat when I am camping. I have it pushed all the way forward, so there's a little bit more room here. I've got my toilet here. I've got my fire extinguisher just mounted on the side. That was just the only place that I could find that was out of the way, but then also easily accessible both while sleeping in the car, as well as, you know, if I ever needed it when I was driving. And back here I have my kitchen, inches away from my toilet. I've got a power outlet here that's connected to the inverter, as well as my wireless charger. Oh, back to the toilet. I know a lot of people want to see this part. It's just a simple toilet with bags that you place in here. I haven't moved to compostable bags yet, but I probably will. I'm just using these plastic bags for now, as well as this poo powder, which you can see in here. I already have some in there, that turns liquid waste into solid and then just helps deodorize as well. I use these wipes that I actually keep in a warmer. I use that actually to get cleaned up in the evenings as well. You can see here that you can take this stuff out, and then there's storage up underneath here too. And then the way I've designed this platform, you can also lift the whole thing out as well. And then you see the storage underneath. There's not as much on this side because this is lower profile. Here you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, it's stuffed a good bit with my clothing and other things. Back to the kitchen. Got my coffee maker. This is really the only cooking thing that I have here, and I honestly don't use it much. I've got my 3-gallon water jug, and it is connected to, trying to back up here, to my faucet here, which I have this bowl which is notched out. I don't know if you can tell here, because I have this, so if I'm wanting to fill up like a coffee mug, oh, sorry about that, then I just set it on here to fill. So I wanted to have an actual kind of like sort of makeshift sink, so that's why I have those notches, so I can set it on here. When I have that on there, I just push the button here. And I've got a heater here, which I actually have only used maybe a couple nights. I got it just because when I'm camping and it's cold and I'm using my car for heat, it was just starting constantly, and it was really interrupting my sleep. So I bought this just as it was warming up. So I have used it, but it actually hasn't needed to turn on a whole lot. So I really can't say much about whether or not I recommend it. It does get warm really quick, and I just plug it in. Actually, let me show you. Plug it in here, and it does block. The only problem with it is it blocks. If I have it plugged in for the night, I didn't think this through when I set this up. I can't hop over here to my toilet and open it, so I have to unplug it and then slide on over here and then plug it back in when it's cold. Over here I've got my coffee pods. I actually did a different video on my little kitchen area here if you want a little bit more detail. Got my little smoke detector / carbon monoxide alarm, just for safety. And I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I have a net up here. This is what holds my my window shades, my WeatherTech window shades. so that they're out of the way. I know some people have put their shades or whatever they're using instead of shades under the bed, things like that. That just is what I have found works best for me. I think that's it. Let me know if you have any questions or any comments or suggestions. Thanks, guys.